This may be a wake-up call for all sides to realize that speech has consequences. I think what we're looking at is the possibilities, for instance, of U.S. Marshals accompanying members of Congress whenever they go on public events, or involving local law enforcement. Right now, the House leadership has said we are asking everyone to be cautious, but they're leaving it up to the discretion of members. Some are saying they want to increase security. Others are saying part of my job is taking on this risk, and as a result, I'm going to do the events that I need to do and hope that the risk is averted. There is some concern that politicians may rely more on increased use of technology, so using computers and doing virtual kinds of sessions. I think it's really more a matter of the spontaneity of events and how spontaneous they can be. I don't think members of the House are going to be any less accessible, or they're certainly going to try to avoid being less accessible, but at the same time balancing that with the natural concern to be safe. We certainly have a heightened climate in which political rhetoric has become very sharp, very partisan. Very violent images have been used by both sides against each other. There was the recent talk about Sarah Palin using crosshairs to target different individuals during the health care bill. Now, the targeting was metaphorical. It was meant to try to unseat them, not to shoot them. But this idea of don't use the reload imagery that she uses certainly doesn't help. Certainly with high unemployment, with the uncertainties about the budget and deficits, but most particularly the partisanship. And I think the partisanship is something that may start to scale back, not through legal means, but really more through the individual behaviors of political leaders. I think it's really individual behaviors that have to be regulated, not through some sweeping kind of legislation, because again, the First Amendment really is what it is. It is the protection of free speech, most importantly, free speech that is exercised towards political ends. And so it's really an ethics question as opposed to a legal question in terms of what politicians and media figures say and how responsible they are for what they say.